trailer is finally here. After months of waiting, I opened my phone this morning to be graced with the trailer I've been anticipating for so long. And I know you guys have as well. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. The trailer opens with Peter hanging off of some crane, watching Ned and MJ talk about their first day at MIT. This confirms that Ned and MJ made it to MIT after the events of No Way Home. Peter dives off the crane with an incredible shot of just his eye inside of the mask. We then see the diner again from the end of No Way Home, where Ned and MJ seem to frequently meet up. We get a brief montage of Peter's current life, as he does basic street level activities like washing his suit, receiving the key to the city, and even some crazy shots of his web swinging. Anyway, we see a few brief shots of Spider-Man swinging after a tank blowing up everything in his path. Like I just said, the web swinging is unbelievable. Next, we finally see Frank make his official debut on the big screen by running Peter over with his truck. Next, we see Peter at some house party, where he finds MJ and her new boyfriend, who is rumored to be Paul Rabin from the comics. I'm not familiar with this character at all, but supposedly, he marries MJ in another timeline, so I'm all for this. All I really care about is that Peter and MJ are not back together at the end of this film. It would undo the impact of No Way Home. I think I like the direction they took of giving MJ a new boyfriend to make Peter even more miserable. We then see the second fragment of the trailer that came out yesterday, where Peter's seen dirty and worn out. He then collapses on the floor, only to wake up in a web cocoon. We know from the comics that cocooning means that Peter's powers are evolving. I believe this is when he will receive the organic webbing ability. We get some brief shots of Spider-Man being examined in a lab, and then we finally see a shot of Dr. Banner himself, talking to Peter. If you look closely at this shot, you will notice how Peter's wearing an ESU hoodie. Does this mean Peter never got accepted to MIT? The lady in No Way Home said that she will talk to admissions about his friends and him. So was he entirely rejected? Banner also says, "What did you say your name was?" Which I think lightly references the comic, where Hulk knows who Peter is but not Banner. Only time will tell. We get some more quick shots with Banner in the background talking about how Peter's DNA is mutating, and how dangerous that could be. We also get to see Peter at Aunt May's grave after the events of No Way Home. Then we get a few seemingly random shots that follow Tombstone talking about the 3 life cycles of spiders. The rivalry between Tombstone and Spider-Man will likely be a huge plot point in the film. We also see some shots of Sadie Sink's character blowing up government facilities. I think this is extremely important because I just saw a theory that would make perfect sense, and I really hope it's the truth. Sadie Sink is not playing Jean Grey. She is playing Screwball. This is the perfect role, and would make total sense why Sadie was casted. For anyone who doesn't know Screwball, she's essentially Spider-Man's biggest rage baiter, who causes death and destruction just to get eyes on her online platform, where she terrorizes Spider-Man. This theory was supported by the few shots of her character, where she is seen surrounded by some unknown equipment, likely recording equipment and bombs. Then we see a kind of odd shot of Spider-Man opening the tank he was chasing to find some random old lady inside. The shot also depicts some sort of display of telekinetic powers. This is what sets off the Screwball theory. If this character has telekinetic powers, it could only be Jean Grey. Maybe they pull a Ralph Boner situation and make her Screwball, initially until she's revealed to be Jean Grey at the end. The following shot depicts her character surrounded by recording equipment. This is what I believe is the proof that her character will be Screwball, at least for a good portion of the film. Then we finally get a legendary shot of the Scorpion making his first live-action debut, after 9 years since his tease in Homecoming. We even see a few seconds of their battle, and it looks legendary. The following shots are kind of random, following scenes from the tank battle and Spider-Man's battles with his lesser-known villains, like Boomerang and the Hand, which are set to play a large role in the film. They finish the trailer with a quick gag between MJ and Peter, who seem to be meeting again for the first time. The friendly neighbor joke was pretty funny. And honestly, after seeing the full trailer, I'm really excited for this film. What did you guys think of the trailer?